So now I'm going to come back in with the Alomomola and do something extremely dirty that I please ask ClaptonCaveman for forgiveness. Please, I am so sorry for doing this. I'm a little sorry. It is very satisfying to actually catch a solar beam, a double resisted solar beam on Ariados. I'm just going to come in with the Scolipede, and I think I even let this go. Again, trying to see how much a discharge does here. And it's a hyper beam. ClaptonCaveman. ClaptonCaveman, you're a bad lad. He's running a double water team, and I'm running a double fire team. It's over for me, right? Right? Well, Brave Bird does a lot of damage, so... Here comes the second cross poison. I get a shield, and now I'm about to get to another one, and it looks like he was trying to catch on his Electrode, and now he's already down a shield, so I'm going to go for the Mega Horn. Do you think he shields? Because this is going to do... I didn't even know how much it would do, but it takes out the Electrode, basically. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at 4 strong teams that I've built for you guys to use in the Love Cup. And I tested all these teams out. For you guys, the Love Cup is already out, but for me when I'm recording this, it has not been out yet. Actually, it came out 38 minutes ago, but it doesn't really matter. I've got battles to show you with all 4 of these teams to prove that they are good teams, and also to prove that you don't need Charmers on your team in order to win. Because you're going to see a lot of those. I've heard a lot of complaints about this being the Charmer Cup, or this is, you know, there's no perfect counters to Charmers, and to that I say, bullshit. There are many counters to Charmers. This first team I have, alright, so a good thing to note about Ariados is that Ariados is, it's a bug and a poison type, right? So the charms are resisted, but in the 2 shield, Wigglytuff still beats Ariados. Now, usually what would happen there is you get both shields, but you still go down, and you still have both shields. So in all honesty, it's not really all that bad, especially if you have another counter to a Charmer on your team. The first team we're going to take a look at is one that has an Ariados lead, and I don't know if you guys know this. You probably do if you've been around for long enough. I fucking love Ariados. Ariados is one of my favorite Pokemon. It was like one of the first Spikes Pokemon that I used on my channel. Well, that's not true, but it was the first Spikes Pokemon I used that blew up in a video, and I got over 5,000 views when I had, like, I don't know, less than 1,000 subs. It was a good thing for my channel. So let's take a look at these battles here. I want to give a shout out to all the people in my Discord who helped me with these battles. We'll see their names as they come on the screen. So the first guy is EnderDude X EnderDude X. All right, so here it is, the fabled Wigglytuff. So you're gonna see here, Cross Poison hits for double or super effective damage here. So I'm going to build up to 2 and try to stack them so I can throw them back to back. Infestation and Charm are both 3-turn fast moves, so you got to be careful because 3-turn fast moves are pretty easy to sneak in. But I was fortunately able to throw both of these Cross Poisons without him getting an extra Charm through. So here comes the second Cross Poison. I get a shield, and now I'm about to get to another one, and it looks like he was trying to catch on his Electrode, and now he's already down a shield, so I'm going to go for the Mega Horn. Do you think he shields? Because this is going to do, I didn't even know how much it would do, but it takes out the Electrode, basically. One more infestation and it is gone. And so now Wigglytuff comes back in, and now this will be the end of Wigglytuff. Ariados is going on an absolute rampage. So I get the last shield? No, I've taken out 2 Pokemon. I haven't even spent a shield yet. So here comes the last Pokemon. It's a Medicham, and I've got 2 full health Pokemon here. So I'm just going to come in with the Alomomola. I'm not really worried about shielding anything here. Psychic is going to hit for a good amount of neutral damage, but Alomomola is probably honestly going to steal the show away from any Charmers. I swear to God, Alomomola is going to be very, very strong. Now, the Psychic hits for neutral damage here because Fighting takes super effective from Psychic, and then Psychic resists Psychic, so that's why it would be neutral. And at this point, I think I just let it go because I know I have a full health Electrode in the back, so Psychic comes through, that takes out the Alomomola, and now I even have the Ariados left. Ariados double resists counters, so I could even come in with the Ariados and throw a Cross Poison, but I'm just going to come in with the Electrode and pretty much just farm this thing all the way down. And unfortunately for EnderDude X, I went for the Flex. That rhymed. But yeah, I didn't need to shield anything. I mean, I don't know, Psychic might have taken me out, but I knew I had the Ariados left, so I didn't shield it. So shout out to EnderDude X for helping me out with these battles. Who is up next? Alright, ashriolu. He's been on the channel a few times before. He's also one of my... he's been supporting the channel since I've had like 100 subs or less. I can't remember. He's been here for a long ass time. Okay, so picking up a positive lead here against the Scrafty. As you can see, those infestations hit for neutral damage, and I'm taking 2 times resisted damage from the counters. Foul Play does hit for a good amount of not super effective, but neutral damage here because Ariados is very glassy. So I'm going to go for the Mega Horn here, and I believe I get a glitch. You're going to see this actually lands, but it doesn't look like it does any damage. And he comes in with the Clefable, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Is this a double Charmer team? Because I don't know if I'm ready for it. So I'm going to go ahead and get a Cross Poison off here. I actually get a shield. I think it does about 50%, and I'm about to go down to Charms, and he's still locked in here. So I'm going to come in with the Alomomola. Alomomola does better up against a Charmer than Electrode does, especially because if you look on the moveset over there, I'm actually running Thunderbolt instead of Discharge, which means I have to spend I have to go 1 extra Volt Switch to get to the Thunderbolt versus the Discharge. The reason I did that is because Discharge does 65 base damage and Thunderbolt does 90 base damage, and I figured the 1 extra Volt Switch is worth all that damage. I could be wrong, because against a Charmer you don't have a bait move, because Foul Play is resisted. Anyway, go back to the battles here. So I go down to this Charmer, and now I think I come in to farm down with my Electrode. And I'm hoping he does not have another Charmer, but if he does, I think I might still be able to win this. Let's see what else he's got. Thunderbolt does hit very hard on Charmers as well. Oh, it's a Talonflame. Okay, it looks like he's trying to catch. But first of all, I was ready for the catch. Second of all, I'm not running Discharge. So I come in with my Ariados here. I was worried about having to shield a Foul Play or something. Do I have any shields left? I don't remember. Let's see. Either way, I know I can. Okay, I do have a shield left. I didn't want to shield. But now I can just go for the Thunderbolt here. This hits for super effective damage because Talonflame is a partial flying type, and this is easily gonna KO. Sorry, that felt really good to one-hit KO that thing. GG Ash Greninja, I do appreciate the battles. Thank you to everyone who helped me out here. Alright, who is up next? Zaplatynski. Zaplatynski is the one who designed my new logo, the one that you see on the channel, as well as the little Scrafty face with the hat. That was him, and he did it all for free. So shout out to Zaplatynski. Alright, so I did not see what was happening because I was rambling on about something. So Ariados lead, and he switched into a Seaking. Oh, I remember this. So I stay in here because I figured he was going to go for an Icy Wind. Drill Run does hit for super effective. No, it's neutral. Never mind. Drill Run's neutral there. I went for the Icy Wind, and now I switch into the Electrode because I figured if I came in with the Electrode, I was going to have to eat an Icy Wind, but if I let him hit me with the Icy Wind first and then come in, I don't have to shield an Icy Wind. And I'm able to take out the Seaking there. Like I said, Foul Play does, it actually does, Foul Play does 70 base damage, whereas Discharge does 65. The only difference is Discharge gets stab on it, but I figured Foul Play does about the same thing, except up against a Charmer. So he's coming in with a Charm, a Sunny Charm here, and I actually thought that Weather Ball was going to do more damage, but I have Foul Play, which hits for neutral. Discharge and Thunderbolt would both be resisted here because of the grass typing, and again, I thought that Foul Play would have done more. But this is okay. I am going to let my Electrode go. My Electrode did a very good job of taking out the Seaking, and I've already gotten a shield, so I'm going to come back in with the Ariados. That's what was in the lead, a Sunny Charm. So Ariados and Sunny Charm, the matchup is very close because they get to the charge moves at the same time. The only difference is Infestation does super effective damage, whereas Bullet Seed is double resisted, so that's why it's a good matchup for Ariados. But Weather Ball, Fire-type Weather Ball also does super effective damage. You got to watch out for that. So I switch into my Alomomola, and he reveals that he has a Blaziken, and I'm like, okay, I thought it was going to be a Stone Edge, so I'm like, okay, let's see how much this does, and it's a Brave Bird, and Alomomola is insane. It survived a Brave Bird coming from a Blaziken. What the hell? And now unfortunately, for Zaplatynski, I 2-shield flexed once again. I am very sorry. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be toxic. I just thought it was a Stone Edge, and I wanted to know how much damage it was going to do. So thank you so much to Zaplatynski, and that is, okay, that's all the videos I have for that team. Alright, so this next team that we're going to be showcasing features a Crustle lead. Now, I haven't used Crustle since the Halloween Cup, if you guys remember that. Crustle is a bug and a rock type, so it's one of the only bugs that can beat fire types. Because it takes neutral from fire type attacks, and if it's a Charizard or a Talonflame, it's doing double super effective damage with the smackdowns. And then I've got Medicham as the safe switch, and then Scolipede as the closer. And I do want to say that I really want to try Medicham with Psycho Cut instead of Counter. I know a lot of people didn't even know that it had Psycho Cut, including me up until like a month ago. So I'm going to try that out, probably, or maybe for a video later in the season. So let's take a look at some of these battles. Now, I had 3 battles with the last one. This one is up against ClaptonCaveman, so shout out to ClaptonCaveman, one of my patrons, as well as one of the Spice Legends, actually, in fact, the only Spice Legend so far. I pick up a lead against a Wigglytuff. Now, this is a very iffy lead. I have to land a Rock Slide in order to win this, and if I go for the bait, it's resisted because Fairy types resist Bug. So I actually land the Rock Slide. That is huge, and now I can just smack down that thing down. So I got lucky there, but normally that's a bad lead because most people just shield and farm you down. So Electrode comes in, and now I don't really have the greatest answer for an Electrode, but I do have Medicham. Medicham is pretty beefy. Mine is not an XL Medicham, it's just a level 40 Medicham. So I'm going to build up some energy, and he comes in with a Seeking, and I actually go for the Psychic here. I think I probably should have gone for the Power Punch because I think he's going to shield. Never mind, he doesn't shield. Okay, so that was a good Psychic that I landed there. Now I'm just going to go for the Power Punch. This is probably going to be a debuff, so I think I actually shield this. Yeah, I shield it and then I switch out, right? Oh no, I actually just counter down. Okay, so I got a little bit more farm in there since the Icy Wind debuff. Now I switch out, and he's just got the Electrode left, and I'm just going to come in with the Scolipede, and I think I even let this go. Again, trying to see how much a Discharge does here, and it's a Hyper Beam. ClaptonCaveman. ClaptonCaveman, you're a mad lad. You're an absolute mad lad running Hyper Beam on his... Oh man, well, I did quite a few battles with ClaptonCaveman, and he had some really spicy movesets on his Pokemon, including Hyper Beam on his Electrode. So I just go for Power Punches here, and then I go for the farm down. That was a close battle, though. I really didn't expect the Hyper Beam there. All right, next one. This one is up against Zaplatynski once again. Shout out to Zaplatynski picking up a lead against a Cherim. This is pretty neutral. X-Scissor does hit for super effective damage here, and the Weather Ball also hits for neutral damage. Or I'm saying, X-Scissor super effective, but Weather Ball hits for neutral on my side. So Weather Ball comes through, and it does a little bit of chip damage, a little bit less than I thought, and he does a very nice catch onto his Scolipede, so this Scolipede's going to be able to resist the X-Scissor, but this is a good matchup for Crustle, because Crustle is doing super effective damage with the Rock-type attacks, because Bug types do take super effective damage from Rock-type attacks, so I'm just going to shield this. X-Scissor does hit for neutral here, I believe, so I'm just going to farm this thing down. That X-Scissor would have, I think I double resist the Poison Jabs as well, so that's a pretty good matchup for Crustle, so I just stayed in there, and let's see what he comes in with next. It's going to be his own Crustle, and I made a mistake. I went for the X-Scissor. Rock Slide hits for super effective damage because Rock types do not resist Rock type attacks. So I went for the X-Scissor, and he didn't shield, and then I go down. You see how much that one Smackdown did, so that Rock Slide probably would have KO'd. At this point, I'm coming in with my Medicham here. And the only thing I have to worry about is X-Scissor hits for neutral here because fighting types resist Bug, and then Psychic takes super effective from. So that was a CMP tie. I don't hit any of the bubbles because I want to farm this thing down. And then he switches out into his Cherim, and now I think I double shield the Medicham. Yeah, I want Medicham to go on a rampage here. I'm already buffed up times one time, or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm buffed up once, and I thought that was a CMP tie, but unfortunately it was not, so I should have thrown the Power Punch right away, but that's okay. I'm going to throw the Power Punch now. I get a shield with it, and now I'm going to get hit by a Weather Ball here, but like I said, Medicham, even the non-XL Medicham is pretty beefy, so I'm going to be able to tank that and just farm this thing down, and now I have another Power Punch loaded, and I can pretty much, I probably shouldn't have even thrown this, because it's definitely going to get shielded, and I think the extra counters would have, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to just farm this Crustle down here. Crustle does take neutral damage from the fighting type attacks. Bug and fighting are the only two typings that actually resist each other. Going up against I Am the Liquor, once again, you guys have seen him featured on the channel quite a few times. Okay, this is bad. Alright, this is not the greatest matchup here, but I can hit for super effective damage with the X-Scissor. I'm waiting for him to catch the X-Scissor here. I'm so scared of Shadow Slowbro. You have no idea. All of my teams have had trouble with Slowbro, so I don't have one, but I definitely recommend you guys look into Shadow Slowbro as well as just regular Slowbro. They're going to have a lot of play here. Confusion does so much, and he gets the defense debuff on me from that Psychic. Psychic does have a partial, or wait, yeah, Psychic has a chance to, I put the wrong moveset over there, but yeah, Psychic has a chance to debuff your opponent's defense. Alright, so he comes in with a Magmortar here. I was doing super effective damage with the Smackdowns, but I'm just going to come in with the Medicham here, because Medicham is going to be able to resist those Karate Chops, although Scolipede does as well, but Scolipede also takes super effective damage from the Fire Punch, whereas Medicham just takes neutral from everything. So I'm building up some energy here, and he catches on his Charizard. By the way, I Am the Liquor is a contender. I've seen him. I've never actually played him before. I think this is my first time playing him, but yeah, he's a very good player. So now I'm very worried, but fortunately for me, this is a Dragon Breath Charizard, so I'm thinking maybe I have some play here. I shield knowing it's a Dragon Claw because I want to save that Medicham for later, and I almost have a Psychic built up. I'm going to come in here with the Scolipede, and there's no reason to go for X-Scissor. It is double resisted, and I'm not getting to 2 charge moves, so I just go straight for the Sludge Bomb, knowing it's going to get a shield, and then just hoping that I can farm it down before it gets to a Blast Burn, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get to a Blast Burn. But I saw here, and I'm like, okay, if he goes for Blast Burn, I can just farm down with the Medicham, and I'm looking golden. But he goes for a Dragon Claw, and I let him farm me down, which was a mistake. I should have taken him out there, because now he has another charge move loaded to throw out the Medicham. I stopped attacking there, thinking I could farm down with Medicham. Big mistake. Should have just kept throwing the Poison Jabs, and I would have been able to farm it down, and the Medicham would have been able to finish off. So that is the last battle that I have with that team. I will see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so like I said, I've been hearing a lot of things about the Double Charmer team being overpowered and there not being any counters to the Double Charmer team. Well, let me introduce you to the Triple Charmer counter team. This counters all of the Charmers. Alomomola is tanky enough to do a ton of damage with the waterfalls. Scolipede resists the charms, does super effective damage with Poison Jab as well as Sludge Bomb, and Ariados also resists the charms and does super effective damage with the Cross Poison. Now I put Scolipede as my safe switch here because if there's a Double Charmer team, I want to use Scolipede to take out that Charmer, because like I said, Wigglytuff can actually just 2-shield against the Ariados to win back switch advantage, and you know, Double Charmer team works as a rock, paper, scissors team, so you have to win switch advantage when you go up against it. So let's take a look at these battles. I'm not even sure if I went up against a Double Charm team. Okay, going up against Enderdude X once again, picking up a very positive lead against a Magmar. Magmar is going to be underused, I think, but it's going to be really good. The problem is you need a Magmar that has return, so you need to find a Shadow one. And yeah, so he comes in with the Scrafty here, and I decide to build up to a Psychic and then switch into my Scolipede. I wanted to see how much damage a Foul Play did, but he went for the Power Punch, which is double resisted. I did want to see how much it did before the attack buff here, and I should have been counting here. This is another Power Punch, but unfortunately I shield a double resisted Power Punch. Doesn't feel too good, but I built up to 2 X-Scissors here, and I figure I might be able to get that 1 shield back, because I should be able to throw 2 of these, and 1 I think would take it out. So I get 1 shield, and I overfarm for some reason, and then I throw the next one. This does neutral damage here because Dark takes super effective from Bug and fighting resist Bug, and I get both of his shields, and I'm actually okay with that because I'm not expecting this to be a Double Charmer team. Well, I know it's not a Double Charmer team, obviously, so actually, oh, never mind, I double shield here. Okay, interesting choice. I guess I can just farm down. He comes back in with the Magmar to throw me off guard, and I was on my game, catching that Fire Punch on the Alomomola. That would have been taking out the Scolipede, but fortunately for me, I was able to catch that on the Alomomola. The Alomomola, I don't know, some Pokemon. It is Heart thing, the Heartfish. Alright, so what comes in? An Electrode, but the shields are down, and this Hydro Pump is gonna land. Oh boy, boom! That does a lot of damage, and I should even be able to just farm this thing down before it gets to its single charge move. Electrode goes down. Goodbye. Alright, so that team, as you can see, works up against teams that are not Double Charmer teams as well, and that's why this is probably going to be my favorite team to start out with. As we play more throughout this cup, we're going to find out what the dealio is. Okay, so I do believe this is Ash, Greninja, and oh, here it is. Okay, this must be the Double Charm team. So I'm going to build up a little bit of energy here. Now I'm going to come in with my Scolipede. I'm doing super effective damage with the Poison Jabs here, and I go for the X-Scissor. Mistake. I was trying to force a CMP tie, hoping he would shield, but it was a mistake. I shouldn't have thrown this. I should have just shielded and farmed down. So now I'm going to have to... Oh, okay, I guess let's see how much an Ice Beam does. Okay, we actually survive. So good to know. Scolipede can survive an Ice Beam from a Wigglytuff. Very, very good to know. Alright, so Scrafty comes back in, but I won switch advantage here, and now I have the Ariados to deal with this Scrafty here. Ariados and Alomomola can do pretty well up against Scrafty. Ariados because it double resists the counters, and Alomomola because it's just so tanky it don't care. And then Talonflame comes back in, and I am still stuck in here because of my switch timer, so I throw Cross Poison to burn out the clock so I can switch back into the Alomomola. Alomomola here is just going to be able to farm this thing down, and I actually... Oh no, I throw. Okay, I figured might as well get a shield here, and I actually wanted him to throw a Brave Bird at me because I was curious to see how much it does. So I get a shield. Nice, that's perfect, that's what I wanted. And now I do expect this next charge move to be a Brave Bird. He's just barely able to get to it before he gets farmed down. And I'll let it go. How much damage does it do? Okay, it takes me out. All right, good to know. That's scary now because the infestations are double resisted there, but I was still able to farm down because of the debuff. And now I'm going for the Mega Horn. I figured his win condition is for me to bait and for him to call it. So yeah, exactly. So that's the reason I went for the heavy hitting move. And plus I was almost at 2 Mega Horns already. So this cross poison, yeah, I think he knew I was over there because I had a ton of energy. So GG Ash Greninja. This time we are going up against an unknown player, ClaptonCaveman, once again. So let's see how ClaptonCaveman fares. Oh god, okay. Alright, Crawdaunt. I have no idea how this goes. Crawdaunt does resist the waterfalls, and the Snarl's hit for neutral. But Snarl doesn't do that much damage. It's the other charge moves from Crawdaunt that you want to worry about. So I think he goes for a Crab Hammer here to see how much it does, knowing that it's resisted. It does a little bit of damage. Crab Hammer usually hits very, very hard. Now, Psychic is double resisted here, so this looks like it's probably in favor of the Crawdaunt. So here comes the Night Slash. This hits for neutral, does about the same amount of damage. Now I switch out into my Scolipede. Like I said, you want to use this as an ABB team. You want to bait out their best bug type counter or their best poison type counter, which it's going to be a fire type most of the time. This time it's a Sunny Charm because Sunny Charm hits for super effective damage with those weather balls. I'm building up a lot of energy here. The bullet seeds are double resisted here. I remember this battle. This is probably going to go in the coming up part. All right, so check this out. I'm going for double X Scissors here, and I'm really hoping that he double shields. X Scissor will hit for super effective damage, and Poison Jabs are also hitting for super effective damage. So here we go. He's going to go for another weather ball. He overfarmed a lot here. That is key to remember, and that's why I let this go, because I figured that's a wasted shield. If I shielded that, he's almost at another weather ball. So now I'm going to come back in with the Alomomola and do something extremely dirty that I please ask ClaptonCaveman for forgiveness. Please, I am so sorry for doing this. I'm a little sorry. It is very satisfying to actually catch a solar beam, a double resisted solar beam. On Ariados. Even if I bait out his Charizard, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm so sorry, ClaptonCaveman. I really wanted to see if I could do it. Alright, so I'm going to go down because those fire spins took me out. And now I have a Psychic loaded. I have 2 shields still. I have to shield whatever this is. But fortunately for me, even if he baits here, I CMP tied with the Psychic. So the Psychic's going to be... I don't even think it takes it out, if I'm being honest. Alomomola is more tanky than it is hitting hard. So, okay, yeah, it doesn't take it out. One more waterfall coming through. And I should be able to waterfall everything down, right? It's going to be very close, actually, now that I think about it. He still has 2 Pokemon. And I am very low on health. Okay, Crawdaunt comes through, and I shield this. This is going to be a Night Slash. Crawdaunt does get to those Night Slashes very quickly because of Snarl, so you got to watch out for that. And again, it was a CMP tie. Crawdaunt wins basically all CMP ties, and I undercharged this so I can farm it down a little bit better. And yeah, Psychic's double resistant. It still did that much. Oh god, okay. I shouldn't have undercharged. I should have just thrown the full Psychic at him because that was way closer than it needed to be. GG ClaptonCaveman. That was a very close battle. All of my battles with ClaptonCaveman were very, very close. Alright, so this is going to be the last one with this team. Going up again against I Am the Liquor, aka btwajda in the Discord, so shout out to him. Alright, so picking up, it's not that bad of a lead, but again, you want to use this as an ABB team trying to bait out their best poison bug counter, because you got 2 types in the, or 2 Pokemon in the back that share the same typing, poison and bug. So I baited out a Scolipede, strangely enough. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't look. I Am the Liquor is a very good player, so I don't underestimate him whatsoever. I know that something's going on here that there's something I don't know about. All right, so I call his bait. X Scissor and Sludge Bomb are both resisted. So I call his bait, and that means I can actually shield the second one and just go for the Sludge Bomb. And if he shields this, I get both shields. So I'm okay with that. And if he doesn't shield it, I win back switch. So he doesn't shield it, and now one more Poison Jab takes him out. And what is going to come back in? Does he have a fire type is the thing that's good to know. Okay, Seeking comes in. Not going to be able to get to a Sludge Bomb, so I'm just going to go for the X Scissor to do a little bit of chip damage here against Seeking. Seeking is, again, another Pokemon that's going to have a lot of play in this cup, but it does require 2 to 3 Elite TMs to make it work properly. Alright, so now I come in with my Alomomola, because he had the Sunny Charm in the lead, right? So I want to save the Ariados for the Sunny Charm. Now watch this. Mega Horn barely touches Alomomola. Alomomola is insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to catch a Psychic here, but I'm just gonna... Oh, might get a little bit of lag. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna come in with the Ariados here, and I shielded the first one, but again, I should note that you don't have to shield the first Weather Ball. It doesn't KO. It does like 60% of your health, but the Bullet Seeds are double resisted, and also apparently hard to prevent fast moves from. I keep letting people get bullet seeds through. Alright, so Infestation, like I said, is doing super effective damage, whereas the bullet seeds are double resisted. That's why this is a good matchup for Ariados, even though Weather Ball hits for super effective. Cross Poison also hits for super effective. I don't know if this KOs. Sunny Charm is pretty squishy here, so let's see if this actually KOs. Close enough. And then he gets to, this is fine. This actually is a little bit better because now I can farm down with the Alomomola, but knowing him, he's probably going to switch out immediately, so that doesn't happen, and that's exactly what happens. But fortunately for me, I actually won one game against the I Am the Licker because I saved this Psychic for the Seeking, and then I should just be able to Waterfall down the Charm. So GG, very close battle. So that is all for the double bug team, and the next one I have is also another good counter to the double charmer team. Alright, so this next team features my favorite Pokemon, Scrafty. So, as you know, there's a lot of double charmer teams out there. So, once again, with an ABB team, I have Scrafty in the lead. Scrafty takes double super effective damage from fairy type attacks. So I put 2 fairy type resisting Pokemon in the back. Problem is, once again, charmers are pretty fucking powerful. Oh, god damn it, I had this thing here the whole time. Hang on. I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Pretend that was a heart the whole time and it was not an Ultra League Premier Cup logo. Just please do that for me. Pretend that I'm a professional. I would appreciate it because I'm falling apart at the seams here. Okay, let's take a look at this team. So, like I said, Scrafty takes double super effective damage from Charm, so I put 2 fire types in the back. Fire types do resist Charm attacks, and also this is going to feature Magmortar, which I think is going to be probably my favorite safe switch for this cup. So let's take a look here. And then Talonflame once again is, I don't know if I've said this before, but I feature Talonflame on the channel, and it does make for a really good closer, especially if you get it buffed up with those flame charges. Alright, here we go, up against Ashriolu, picking up the worst possible lead. I'm going to switch into my Magmortar here, and Magmortar does neutral damage with Thunderbolt as well as Fire Punch, but Thunderbolt does a ton more damage, once again, 90 base damage. I don't know how much Fire Punch does base damage. Thunderbolt, there you go, that's how much it does. It does a lot. And also the Karate Chops were hitting for neutral there, because Wigglytuff is a fairy and a normal type. Normal takes super effective from fighting. Alright, so I actually bait there, but I didn't build up all the way to the Thunderbolt, and now I'm going to go down. I should have just gone for the Thunderbolt, because that would have done a ton of damage to Braixen. Braixen is going to be underused in this cup, I believe. I tried it out, and Ashriolu was telling me to try it, and I'm like, it has never worked for me. I've done it on one team where it worked, and I used it as a sacrifice to the Elder Gods to make it work. Like, the other 2 Pokemon did well because it acted as a third shield. Alright, so I take out that thing, and I know that Wigglytuff is coming back in, but unfortunately, it's a Clefable, so this is looking like a loss. So, unfortunately, if one of the Charmers is in the lead, and the other Charmer is in the back, Double Fire team with Scrafty in the lead is not holding up. Not holding up, but I mean, this can just showcase the power of the double charmer team. You don't even have to run it as an ABB team. You can run one of those double charmers in the lead, and I knew it was over here, and I just let him take me out because there's no way I'm winning this one. He still has a Wigglytuff in the back. Not much health, by the way, but 1 charm would have taken me out anyway, so GG Ashriolu. But that does not mean this team does not work. Let's take a look. Here we go, up against ClaptonCaveman once again. Alright, so Scrafty into Slowbro. This is a good matchup. We're resisting the confusions here. Oh, just kidding. ClaptonCaveman is a mad lad, and he's using Water Gun on his on his Shadow Slowbro. The counters are resisted here because Psychic types do resist fighting types. And then the Foul Play hits for super effective, and I found something out in this battle. Apparently, if you're going straight Foul Play against a Water Gun Slowbro, you lose in the 2 shield, because the Water Gun damage is insane versus Shadow Slowbro. I'm assuming with the regular Slowbro, you'd be able to get to a 3rd Foul Play, but with the Shadow Slowbro, you're going to see here, no. And I wasn't baiting, because I really didn't expect him to use his 2nd shield there, and now I'm like, oh no, oh god, oh no, I have 2 fire types in the back, what the hell am I going to do here? Watch this. If this is the same battle I'm thinking of, this is crazy. Alright, so Water type, I'm screwed, right? Water Gun, alright, so what do? I think I come in with the Magmortar? Talonflame? I'll come in with the Talonflame. Okay. Doing resisted damage, taking super effective damage. I have to shield whatever this is. Ice Beam or Psychic. Either way, it's probably going to be a Psychic. No, it's an Ice Beam. Okay, either way. He's got double water. He's running a double water team, and I'm running a double fire team. It's over for me, right? Right? Well, Brave Bird does a lot of damage, so... I take out the Seeking before he can get to a charge move. My defense is 3 times debuffed right now. I gotta get out of here because those water guns are gonna take me out almost instantly. I gotta get into my Magmortar here. Magmortar also taking super effective damage from those water guns, and I get to the Fire Punch before he gets to a charge move. The Karate Chops are resisted. So this Fire Punch is resisted, but it's going to be taking it out. Thank the Lord. What is in the back? Oh, it's an Ariados. Oh, thank God. So he's running double water with Ariados in the back, and I had double fire with Scrafty in the lead. Oh, that Fire Punch does a lot. Okay, the Karate Chops are double resisted, though, so I'm definitely going to go down to probably a cross poison. And Mega Horns are resisted. No reason to go for that. And now I can just... Oh, no. I survive! I survive! Oh my god, and he was using Poison Sting. He was using Poison Sting on his Ariados. ClaptonCaveman is a madman. So I didn't expect that. I didn't expect these spicy movesets coming from ClaptonCaveman. But GG, that was an insanely close battle. Cannot believe I beat a double water team with a double fire team. Alright, going up against Zaplatynski once again. Going up against an Octillery. These things are dangerous, and the reason it's dangerous is because I have the worst luck in the world. Octazooka has a 50% chance to double debuff your attack, and I swear to God, I get the debuff every single fucking time. So I get the debuff, of course. Why wouldn't I get the debuff? So I'm going to go for a Power Punch, hoping to get a shield here. No shield, because he's not dumb. Now my attacks are 1 times debuffed. I'm going for another Power Punch, just thinking like, well, you know, might as well just get my attack back to normal, right? Alright, so now my counters are doing the same amount of damage, and he's going for another Octazooka here, and I know I can survive it, and I'm like, please don't be a Gunk Shot, because Octillery uses Mud Shot, so it gets the charge moves really quick. Octazooka coming through, and of course I get it. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Anyway, gonna be switching out here to bait out their best, you know. Okay, so I switch out and I bait out a Scolipede, but this is a good matchup here. So it looks like my Talonflame is gonna be able to clean up here because Talonflame. Oh, and I get the last shield. No, I get one of the shields. I only need one of the shields here. All right. What do? Do I shield this? Sorry for the noise. That's my neighbors stomping up and down. Alright, so I let it go, expecting it to be a Sludge Bomb and hoping it was going to be an X-Scissor, but he went for the Sludge Bomb. Now I'm going to come back in with the Scrafty because my Scrafty has no play up against the Clefable. I'm just going to go for the Foul Play here and hope it lands, and if it does land, I'm going to switch out right away to farm down with Talonflame if he lets me. Foul Play coming through. Alright, I do land it, and I'm trying to switch out, and then I realized that my switch timer is not up, and I should have stopped attacking right there because I needed more farm on my Talonflame, but this is fine too. I think his switch timer is up anyway at this point, so there's no reason to, yeah, he's going to switch out. Alright, so it's a Talonflame versus a Clefable. In the one shield, this is favorable for Talonflame, and of course, we start getting a little bit of lag, and as soon as we're about to find out what was going to happen at the end of this battle, I lagged out. And that's the last battle. That's the last battle I have to show you guys. So I'm going to end it on this terrible, terrible, horrible note of unfinished business. Maybe we'll find out what happened in the next episode of Shrady versus Discord server games. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate you leaving a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, I post 6 days a week, usually around 10 a.m. Eastern. Not sure when this video is going live, but hopefully it goes live as soon as you guys need it. So hopefully this video was able to help you with some team building skills. Like I said, these are only 4 teams. There's a lot of Pokemon. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of Pokemon in this cup, but there's enough Pokemon to make a ton of different teams. So I encourage you guys to go to PvPoke, go to the team builder section, look at what Pokemon you have, look at what Pokemon might be interesting for you to build, and run the, you know, go into the team builder, enter all your Pokemon in there, and see how it fares. That's how I built all of these teams right here, and they all seem to work pretty well. So I suggest you guys do the same thing and be creative with your teams. I definitely encourage people to do that because that's what's fun. Honestly, I mean, and if it's not fun for you guys, then don't do it. But for me, it's very fun to be very creative, running different team comps that people aren't expecting, running different movesets like ClaptonCaveman was doing that people don't expect. It's very interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well as all my other ones. So if you, I did the outro, so I'll just see my way out. Do you think they know I'm still here?
I think you're good.
Nice. Why am I still here? Oh yeah. Take it easy, guys. Shout out to my patrons: Running Froggy, NZ Tech Freak, Grisinator, Northstar 7620, Daniel Sheldon, ClaptonCaveman, Silver N Fortuna, Austin Gostovic, Owen Mulvaney, Moach, Cleric, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Joseph Cahill, Lana Pierce, Owen Jones, and Zaplatynski. Thank you guys so much.